Hi, I'm Isabel.
And I'm Reece.
We're here at the Seven Oaks Environmental Park, thanks to Seven Oaks District Council, and we're going to be doing a series of films to give you some ideas on how to make more space for nature at home.
These are the summer things that we're going to show you how to make for your own garden.
Our native UK bird and pollinating insect species are in decline, largely due to loss of habitat, but there are lots of things you can do at home to help them, including providing food sources.
Today we're showing you easy steps on how to make a mini meadow in a pot, a pine cone bird feeder and a butterfly feeding station. Today we're going to be making a mini meadow in a pot which provides important food resources for pollinating insects such as bees, butterflies, beetles and moths. It's a really quick and easy method to do at home, and you can do it anywhere if you have a small garden, balcony or windowsill. These are the materials you will need for a mini meadow: some peat-free compost, a plant pot, water resources and most importantly wildflower seeds. We have got a general mix of wildflower seed mixes that can be bought at any garden centre. As long as it's a nice flowering plant and produces a lot of nectar and pollen, it is great. There are some recommended species great for bees as well, such as red clover and white clover and bird's foot trefoil, and then also to attract butterflies you need some grass species such as cocksfoot as well. Firstly, fill your plant pot up with peat-free compost. When filling up the pot, make sure you don't fill it all the way to the top, normally to the rim of the plant pot, and leave room for space to add more peat-free compost on top of your wildflower seeds. Once your plant pot is almost full, just to the rim, sprinkle your wildflower seeds on top. When sprinkling, make sure they're evenly spread throughout the plant pot. Once all the seeds are inside, just give them a light water. And then simply just add more peat-free compost on top. And then just wait a couple of weeks, normally 2 to 4 weeks, and your wildflowers should start to show.
Providing food for birds in your garden is always a brilliant thing to do, but you don't have to buy expensive bird feeders to help them. I'm going to show you how to do a DIY bird feeder just using materials you might have at home or in the garden. So here are our materials. We've got scissors and some string to hang it up at the end, a pine cone that I found in the woods, some lard, and a selection of wild bird food. We've got bird seed and nuts here, but you could also add mealworms or suet pellets if you wanted, and you can get this at all sorts of suppliers and garden centres. I've cut roughly 50 centimetres of string, and before I start getting all sticky, I'm going to tie it around my pine cone and just secure it with a knot. Go. I'll loop it again at the other end, and then that could be hung up in a tree. Right, I'm going to spread lard liberally over my pine cone. Lard is an important source of fats for birds, especially in the winter months, and they love it. And it will also allow the bird food to stick to the pine cone. Now I'm going to roll my nice fatty pine cone in the bird seed. And hopefully it will stick to it. Look at that, brilliant. The lard will hold the bird seed on, and when it's a little bit colder that will harden. And here we are, our pine cone bird feeder. Pop it up in a tree or in a hook. Our UK butterflies are also in decline due to loss of habitat, but it's really easy to help them by providing food sources in your garden, and it's also a brilliant way to use up all bananas from the kitchen. To make a simple butterfly feeder and drinking station, you'll just need a large lid and a smaller lid to put sugar water in, a nicely ripe banana and maybe a knife for chopping it up, some scissors, some glue, and a drill for making your hole in your lid. If you don't have a drill, that's okay, you can use a sharp screwdriver, but a drill is the easiest. And lastly, a bamboo cane. The first step is to drill a hole right in the centre of your lid. Do make sure that your drill bit is the correct size for a bamboo cane, because you're going to be popping that in a minute. The next step is to glue your smaller lid onto the larger lid, and this is where you're going to put your sugar water shortly. Next, cut up your banana. Mine's a little bit fresh. Remember, you should use as ripe a banana as you can. and lay it across your feeding station. And finally, put the stick through the hole you made in the middle of your lid. If it doesn't want to sit on it like mine is because of the natural shape of the bamboo, you can glue it on, fill up the sugar water and stick it in the ground for the butterflies.
And these are our final products. We've got a mini meadow in a pot, a pine cone bird feeder and a butterfly feeder.
And now it's your turn. Why don't you have a go at home?